Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Ryan Fila with Motion Impact, your personal motivator. And we're back at the series, the 2020 Vision series, talking about crafting your environment from a people perspective. You got people in your environment, pages, social media, all of those avenues are affecting your life and whether you are or are not going to get your goals done in 2020. So we're gonna hit it on the head and address it right here. Before we get into it, make sure you go check out video 2 because we're gonna just build and build and build on what we've already talked about, and go download the PDF for video 3. Each video has its own individual PDF, so you can go back and build throughout the year and remember what it was that you had to do to achieve your goals in 2020. Not just so you can watch these videos and be pumped up on January 15th, like, yeah, I'm ready to go, but so in August you can be like, yo, why am I not aligned with my goals? That's what we're doing, aligning you with your goals. And let's get into it. We're going to be talking about people in your environment. Now, the people in your life are either filling you up or draining you down. And I'm not just talking about you pouring into other people and teaching people. Maybe you are a teacher, maybe you're a coach, maybe you're a mentor of some type. I'm not just talking about you pouring into other people, but I'm talking about people mentally and emotionally draining you. If you have an athlete or a student who's all about learning and wants to invest in themselves and are really interactive in your conversation and in your interactions, they might not be draining you. They might, in fact, actually be filling you up. I'm talking about people who are a pain, people who treat you like a customer service representative, people who are draining you in your life or pulling you into environments that aren't healthy or good for you and draining your physical health, draining your emotional health, draining your mental health. That is draining you. Now, people drain us and fill us in all sorts of different ways, right? The ones that you love the most might be draining you at some points. But what I'm looking for is a net, not like a catching you net, but a net in mathematics. People fill you up and then they drain you, and people fill you up and then they drain you. But is the net of your relationship with that person filling you up, or is it draining you? And what I want you to do, we're going to get straight into that sheet. What I want you to do is write down the people in your environment, the top 10 people that you spend the most amount of your time with, say in the previous year. That's coworkers, family, friends, people on your team, anybody, the people that you spent the most time with in the previous year. Now, after you do that, look at that list and be real with yourself. Like, yo, are these the people that I want to create who I am? Because in our reality, if you take that list, that list of 10 people, and you put their personalities and their habits and who they are together, if you average it, that's probably close to who you are. You created that environment for a reason. Is that who you want to be going forward? And right next to it, after you look at that list for a minute, the F and the D, I want you to circle which one each person is. The F is for filling you up, and the D is for draining you. Remember, this is a net. Are they net filling you up, or are they net draining you? And that will tell you where your relationship stands with them. Now, those who are draining you, listen to me. This is going to sound super harsh, but you have to, at some point, start treating people and relationships like you treat your clothes. And what I mean is this: if you go to the store, right, and you see a shirt, you love the shirt. You're like, yo, I gotta get this shirt. So you buy that shirt, you take it home, and you take it into your closet. And if you're a person who doesn't like clutter, what you start to do after buying clothes for years is you go, okay, I'm gonna buy a shirt, but every time I buy a shirt, I gotta get rid of a shirt because I don't want all these shirts. It's just too much. So when you take it into your closet, you go, okay, what shirt am I going to get rid of? And basically what you're doing is saying, which shirt do I like? Which shirt benefits me more out of these two? Which shirt isn't benefiting me anymore the most? And that's the one you get rid of. So you exchange the new shirt for the old shirt. Yes, that's what I'm telling you. You have to do that with your relationships because you can't pour into everybody all the time. You can't be friends with 7 trillion people on the earth. Like, you just can't do it. That's the reality. And when you get down to an individual level and you're talking about your personal relationships, that can hurt and that can sound harsh and rude. Like, yo, Ryan, I've known these people for life. Yeah, that's great. But are those people filling you up or are they draining you? Those people who are draining you and who have been draining you for the last 10 years, they gotta go. And you need to replace them with somebody who's going to fill you up. Whether that's a close friend, a spouse, co-workers. If you gotta leave your job because you've just been getting drained for the last 10 years, you need to leave your job when you can do it. You have to cut those people. You exchange them. If you go through that top 10 list and you got a bunch of people who are draining you, you got some serious work to do. And we're talking about 2020 vision for this year, y'all. We're talking about you achieving your goals this year. If you want to get those things done, your environment, the people around you are going to be a huge piece of that. They're either going to push you to keep going or push you in the wrong direction. This is one reason I actually love college. And I'm not somebody who's telling you that you need to go to college, you need to get a degree, but what I love most about college is the environment that it creates. Very few environments in your life at the surface level, like at the ground level, people are just there to help teach you and help you improve. Yeah, you're like, yo, Ryan, I gotta pay a lot of money to get into college. Yes, but you don't pay the professors every time you walk into that classroom. You understand what I'm saying? That's at a high level. That's at the macro level. That's at the admin level, at the business registrar's office level. Like, you walk into a classroom in that moment for free. You ain't paying that teacher out of pocket like, yo, teacher, I hope this is a good lecture. I hope you're ready to go. No, that teacher is there to help you learn. Not on a commission basis. You get out into the real world and you're like, yo, I want to learn something. And people are like, oh, I can teach you that. Where's the cash? That online course, besides YouTube, that's an incredible free resource. And there's some other free website resources. But if you want to take an online course, you got to pay up. I love that about college. The people that are around you, the relationships that you get to make, that environment that you are a part of. Some people strive in that. And I was one of them. And that's why I love college, is the environment. Who are you putting yourself around? This includes social media. If you've got a bunch of pages that you feel guilty when you click on, you should just unfollow them. You should go ahead and click the unfollow button. I don't care if it's Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, Facebook. If you've got pages that you go to and you're like, yo, I shouldn't be here, you need to unfollow them. It's a temptation and you need to get rid of it. In 2020, we need to fill ourselves, our people, with people who are filling us up. Now back to that sheet real quick at the bottom. If you ain't following along, you can still do it mentally. At the bottom, what I want you to do is figure out where are you spending time with each one of those people. So for your first person that you wrote down in your top 10, the first line here is, where are you spending time with that person? Are you spending time at the gym with them mostly? Are you spending time at work with them, at home with them, at the bar with them, at clubs with them, getting into trouble with them? Like, what are you doing when you're with that person? And then you get through that list and it might help you with that first list. Like, yo, maybe this isn't a relationship that I need to continue investing in. Or maybe it's a relationship I need to invest more time in because I'm doing productive things that are adding to my life when I'm with that person. The people that we're spending our time with ultimately ends up being the places that we're spending our time with. So once you start to change your people, you will start to change your places. If you don't like where you're spending your time, you need to figure out who you're spending your time there with, because that's a huge reason you were there. Now, if you want to make this change real quick, you're like, yo, Ryan, I know in my life that the people I'm around ain't quite right. And the places that I'm going ain't quite right. But changing people like that, that's going to be tough. That's going to take a long time. You know what? You know, it'll be a lot faster. Change your places. If you don't like where you're spending your time, go spend your time somewhere else. And you will immediately change the people. But you have to go into those new places with a mission, on purpose. Like, yo, I'm coming in here, I'm trying to meet new people. You have to keep that in your mind. You're going in by yourself. That is hard. That's hard to go into a new place, just going there to meet people. But If you want to get it done real quick, you change your places, which will change your people. It's a cycle. If you change your people, it'll change your places. But if you change your places, it will also change your people. Now this idea is really simple, right? Okay, I get a new shirt, I take an old shirt out, one that's not benefiting me very much, one that's not filling me up anymore. You just take that to your people. Are my people filling me up or are they draining me? It's a simple idea, but it's a very tough execution. You are emotionally tied to these people. There's something here in your heart, time that you've spent. But you have to remember that you only live one life. And during that life, you will make relationships and you will cut relationships. Now is a time for you to figure out what relationships are worth keeping and what relationships you have to cut. You have to be very objective with yourself and cut your emotions out of it as much as you can. Do better for your life. That's what I want for you. In 2020, it's time to achieve your goals. And if people around you are not helping you become the person that you want to be, it's time to cut them. Again, I'm Ryan Fila, your personal motivator. This is Motion Impact. If y'all do me a favor, I'll run it right here again. But if you can get on our Amazon Smile program that helps us stay afloat, all it is you buy through this link, you get the same Amazon Prime membership, you get all your same benefits, but if you purchase through our link, which I'll put in the description and it's in this video, we will begin to get a cut of that. Amazon will put 0.5% of everything you purchase to Motion Impact, and it's not added onto your purchase. It's not an additional thing that you pay for. It is 100% free for you to use, and it benefits a great cause. I love y'all. I really do from the bottom of my heart. I hope you know that. I know this is tough, but you got to get it done. Next video, we'll be talking about something that's tough for people as well. Not as hard as cutting out people in your lives or adding people in your lives, but we're going to be talking about cutting food and adding food. We're going to be talking about exercise and diet and how that is going to impact your 2020 goals and help you keep 2020 vision. I'll catch you next time.